Fun Friday. Let's start our good morning song. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. The day is beginning, there's so much to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning, class. What are we going to do today? Read, 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 write, 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 and think, think, think with all our might. Who's going to be my helping hand today? Who's going to be my helping hand today? Well, you know, we went through all of our kid helping hands, and so then Miss Gibbons was the helping hand and gave some news, and then Miss Atwood was the helping hand and gave some news. So today, Miss Watson is going to be the helping hand and give us some news, and she picked out a background to the May calendar. Do you have any friends who are in Miss Watson's class? Okay, let's work on our calendar. Let's start with our month song. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Okay, guys, it's not April anymore. Let's see what month it is. It's May. Look how easy it is to spell May. M-A-Y. May 2020. We have our same days of the week though. See? Let's say them. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, yesterday was Thursday, so that means today is Friday. Yesterday was the last day in April, and today is the first day in May, so that means it's May the 1st. Let's get ready to read our sentence.
Great job!
Today is Friday, May 1st, 2020. Let's move our Friday and our first.
First.
Oops.
First. Great job.
Okay, let me pull it just a little bit closer and make sure you can still see it. Okay. So far in the month of May, since this is the first day of May, no one that I know of has lost a tooth in May yet. But we do have a birthday in May. Carson's birthday is May the 24th. Everybody see how the 24 is sharing a rectangle with 31? So May ran out of spaces, and instead of making a whole new line just to put 31, they shared it. But we're going to put Carson's birthday cake on the 24. His birthday is May 24th. Okay. It'll be a fun birthday in May, Carson. There are some other special days in May. On May 5th, we have Cinco de Mayo, and that is Spanish for 5th of May. On May 10th, we celebrate Mother's Day for all of your mothers and aunts and grandmas and stepmoms and big sisters who take care of you. We celebrate them on Mother's Day. And on May the 18th in Canada, they celebrate Victoria Day. And on May the 25th, we celebrate Memorial Day. And we remember all of the soldiers who have fought and died for the United States of America. All right, let's look at our different choices for backgrounds in May. Here is a girl who is reading to self outside because in May we have some really pretty weather. Here is a boy. Okay, he's at school. I don't know if you can tell. He's sitting at a desk at school and he's daydreaming. about playing outside and playing ball. Because in May, when you're at school, inside the schoolroom, it's kind of hard to concentrate sometimes. You just want to be outside and play and maybe play ball or just go out and play. And it might even be hard to concentrate on schoolwork at home in May, but we only have 2 more weeks, so we can do this. Here's a picture of a little boy giving his mother or grandmother or stepmother or a lady who takes care of him a card for Mother's Day. And here's a background of some soldiers holding up an American flag. This is actually a famous statue, a symbol of the United States, and a famous cemetery in the United States for soldiers who died in battle. So this is the background that Miss Watson picked for our May calendar for today, since she's our helping hand. Good background, Miss Watson. Okay, now we're going to write our daily news. We're going to start the way that we always do. Even though it's a little bit later, we still say good morning. Since it's before 12 o'clock noon, we'll say good morning. We're going to start like we always do with the letter G, and it's going to be uppercase. What 2 letters go together to spell you tell me. 2 O's. What says D? D. Now I'm going to skip 2 spaces and spell morning. What does morning start with? M. And what 2 letters spell or? O-R. Here's my N. What 3 letters go together to spell ing? I-N-G. Good job. Now we're going to spell today. It has 2 parts. What are those 2 parts? That's right, today. Here's my 2, and day is D-A-Y. What 2 letters go together to spell is? I-S. What is today? Yesterday was Thursday, so today is Friday. It's our fun Friday. And what is our month? May. May is easy to spell. You might even remember how to spell May already. How do you spell it? That's right. M-A-Y. 3 letters. And it's the first day of May, so we're going to put a 1. May the 1st, comma, 2020. Now here's what Miss Watson said. She said, I painted my kitchen. So since she's been home more than usual, she doesn't like to sit still and rest a lot. Miss Watson likes to be very busy. So she painted her whole kitchen, and she sent me a picture of it. So I'm going to put the picture of it in the comments after this video goes up on our page, so you can see Miss Watson's kitchen that she painted, okay? So we're going to say Mrs. Watson painted her kitchen. So we're going to say Mrs. You know, sometimes I say Miss. It's actually Mrs., isn't it? Mrs. Watson. This is how you spell Watson. Mrs. Watson painted. Painted. So P-A, and A-I is a vowel team that can spell the long A sound. You'll learn more about that in 1st and 2nd grade. Mrs. Watson paint, do you hear that? Painted her. It's one of our sight words. Kitchen. Kitchen starts with a K. Got kind of a silent T. Kitchen. Chin. Do you hear a ch? C-H. Kitchen. Mrs. Watson painted her kitchen, and I'll show you a picture of it in the comments when we're finished. All right, let's read our news. Good morning. Today is Friday, May 1st, 2020. Mrs. Watson painted her kitchen. Okay. Today, we're going to read Junie B. Jones. We're going to go ahead and read it and combine it with our calendar time, since our calendar time was running a little bit late today. So, Junie B. Jones, first grader, aloha, ha ha. Now, remember in class how sometimes I have a hardback book and it has a book jacket? The book jacket gets in our way sometimes, so I'm going to take the book jacket off. And I'll just put it right here so you can see it. You might could even look at it while I'm reading. Okay, so here's her glasses. I don't know if you can see that, but you can feel her glasses. You know she has glasses in first grade. Alright, chapter 1 is called Flinging. Flinging. Dear first grade journal, I've got big news. I've got big news. Last night, Daddy told me a happy surprise, and it's called My Family is Going on an Exciting Vacation. And it is going to be the time of our life, I tell you. Now, yesterday I asked you if you wanted to predict where she was going. Carson predicted that she was going to the beach. That picture kind of looks like she's at the beach, Carson, doesn't it? I think I have to agree with you. I'm trying to save my news for show and tell, but I don't think I can wait that long. That is how come I'm going to ask my teacher to start that activity right now. Please stand by. I stopped writing and raised my hand. Mr. Scary was not looking at me. When teachers don't look, you have to stand up and shout, or else how are they supposed to notice you? Is that true? I stood up and shouted, Mr. S, how long until we have show and tell, do you think? Mr. Scary wrinkled his eyebrows at me. I'm not supposed to call him Mr. S, I believe. Please sit down, Junie B, he said. It's still journal time. And journal time is quiet time. I nodded. Yeah, I know, only I'd actually like to wrap things up and get started with show and tell. Mr. Scary sucked in his cheeks. Sit down, he said again. We will have show and tell shortly. I looked at the clock. How many minutes is shortly, I asked. Is it 1 minute or 8 minutes or 11 minutes? On account of if it's 1 minute, I can wait probably, but 11 minutes would be out of the question. Mr. Scary walked back to my desk and he sat me in my chair. I glanced up at him. All I'm looking for is a rough guess, I said. Just then my neighbor named May leaned across the aisle and she did a giant shh in my face. I quick wiped my cheek. Ew, I hollered, ew, 'cause May got spittle on me. That's why. And spittle is the grown-up word for spit. I zoomed to the back of the room and I climbed on the stool to reach the faucet, but Mr. Scary beat me to it. He wet a paper towel and wiped my face. Thank you, I said. Oh, I needed that. Mr. Scary rolled his eyes. You're being very rambunctious this morning, aren't you, Junie B. Jones, he said. I scratched my head at that vocabulary. Okay, you lost me on that one, I said. Rambunctious, he repeated. Rambunctious means... May's voice interrupted. Bad, she called out. Bunctious means bad, Junie Jones. You're being bad this morning. Bad, bad, bad. May sounds like she's in a bad mood, doesn't she? I turned to look at her. Her chair was spun around to face the back of the room. She was watching me like an audience. Mr. Scary ran his fingers through his tired hair. Then he went to May's desk and he turned her back in the right directions. Teachers spend a lot of time adjusting people. After he came back, he bent down next to me and he made his voice very quiet. Junie B, I know why you're excited, he whispered. Your mother called me on the phone last night and she told me about your vacation next week. I threw out my arms real thrilled, and I flinged myself way high in the air. I can't wait, Mr. Scary, I can't wait, I said. Mr. Scary grabbed my arms, and he kept me from flinging. Okay, see, this is the wild behavior that I'm talking about, he said. I really need you to stay calm until show and tell, Junie B. Can you do that for me, please? I thought for a second. Then I shrugged my shoulders. Yeah, only I don't actually know if I can do that, I said, because I'm already trying to be calm, and this is how I'm turning out. My teacher tapped on his chin. Maybe we could make a deal, he said. How about this? If you stay quiet and calm until show and tell, I'll let you go first. How does that sound? I bounced up and down at that exciting idea. That sounds like a D-E-E-L, I said. You mean D-E-A-L, said Mr. Scary. Deal is spelled with an A, Junie B. All right, I said. After that, I twirled real fast in a happy circle, and I accidentally spun myself onto the ground. On my way down, I knocked over the trash can and the sink stool. All of room 1 turned to look at me. I sat up and waved my fingers. Do not be alarmed, people. I am perfectly okay, I said. After that, I stood up and dusted myself off. Then I went back to my seat. I looked at the clock again. No minutes had passed at all, hardly. I put my head down and did a groan. Time is as slow as a turtle. Okay, that's the end of chapter 1. She's ready for show and tell so she can tell everybody where she's going. I'm like Carson. I think she's going to the beach. What do you think? You can put it in the comments if you want to put your prediction of where you think Junie B might be going. Before we go for the weekend, I'm going to do our letters and sounds one more time this week. You ready? Letter is A, sound is A. Letter is B, sound is B. Letter is C, sound is K. Letter is D, sound is D. Letter is E, sound is E. Letter is F, sound is F. Letter is G, sound is G. Letter is H, sound is P. Letter is I, sound is I. Letter is J, sound is J. Letter is K, sound is K. Letter is L, sound is U. Letter is M, sound is M. Letter is N, sound is M. Letter is O, sound is A. Letter is P, sound is P. Letter is Q, sound is Qu. Letter is R, sound is R. Letter is S, sound is S. Letter is T, sound is T. Letter is U, sound is Letter is V, sound is V. Letter is W, sound is W. Letter is X, sound is X. Letter is Y, sound is Y. And letter is Z, sound is Z. And here's the 4th 9-week sight words that so many of you know now. What's this one? Home. Went. Then. Out. Be. Was. There. Put. They. Now. Saw. She. Won't. Great job. I hope that you have a great weekend. And usually in our classroom on Fridays we play with toys. Sometimes in the afternoon we have fun stations. We have blocks. We have baby dolls and doll houses and Legos. Sometimes computer, drawing. Maybe you can set up some stations if you have time today. There might be something else you need to do with your parents. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Bye, guys.